55 senior professionals from different countries, backgrounds, cultures, experiences came together at London Business School with a common vision in 2020 to become a better leader, make new connections, explore career transitions, learn new challenges, and to become a Sloan. Most of us left our jobs, our sources of income, our lifestyles, looking forward to the program in search of its impact on our thinking, our perception of the world of business, our personal brand, and to meet a whole host of new friends. For some of us, this journey also involved our families, adjusting to new environments and a new city. And for others, it also meant leaving our families behind, a hard sacrifice to make in search of self-development. But we were all excited. We got our new rucksacks, we boarded the Hogwarts Express, and we started to meet our new colleagues and friends for the year ahead. We all met on the first day back in January, and were first exposed to the square it mindset at the Dean's humble abode that evening. We explored the campus, tried to learn where all the lecture theatres were. That took some of us longer than others in the coming weeks and months, and got to meet the faculty that we were excited to learn from. We were privileged to be taught by the true thought leaders in their fields: Herminia, Jessica, Sendel, Andrew, Stephen, David, Patrick, Florin, Donald, to name just a few. What did we learn? The 100-year life, what gets you here won't get you there, the growth mindset, the power of so what, show me the money, Viagra or Cialis, levered and unlevered cost of capital, truly a wide range of topics. We were introduced to the topic of liminality and career transformation by Herminia, and it didn't take long to witness the cohort's depth of experience and knowledge during class discussions and roleplay with Wolfgang and Rob Parson. We debated, we presented, we found our study groups. We studied hard, although some perhaps studied harder than others. We celebrated birthdays in class, and we learned new hobbies. We took fashion advice from each other. We remembered the power of a hug and attended LBS conferences. We spent time getting to know London and our study groups and the rest of the cohort, and we learned the benefit from biography groups of spending time to understand each other's backgrounds and cultures, to empathize with each other, in order to build stronger work and personal bonds going forward. Socializing. We found common interests in all kinds of areas, from dancing to running, skiing, debating, golf, as well as trips to vineyards, and made many friends along the way. There was the office in the form of the Windsor, and many of us quickly learned the manager Ronaldo on a first-name basis, and found the secret entrance from campus that connected us directly across the car park. We enjoyed getting to know each other, joining campus groups. We let our hair down. Sorry again for those men in the class who hate me using that phrase. Explored Regent's Park and London's fantastic restaurant scene. Linda arranged an evening of dance and food to simultaneously celebrate Chinese New Year, Burns Night, and Australia Day. We learned cultural moves and songs from the Chinese dragon dance of David, through to salsa from Jessica, through to Michael Jackson from Mike. Our families were also enjoying and adjusting to life in London, with some of us starting school again at the same time as our children were starting their new schools too. Life as a student after years of work was a lot of fun. Everything was going great. But we were destined to truly be on the roller coaster of Sloan, even more so than Annette's poster for our career journey suggested. Just as things were going so well, the COVID pandemic struck. We could plan for so many things, but we did not expect this. And many of us had to leave London to head back to our own countries and homes. We briefly questioned ourselves and our decisions to take our Sloan year during this time. But we quickly learned the true meaning of resilience and adaptability. We fortunately got to spend a lot more time with our families, and Zoom entered into our vocabulary. Lockdown did not stop us from interacting and having fun and learning, and socializing and schoolwork adapted through the screen. Zoom also taught us how to be creative with backgrounds and facial hair. Anthony treated us to a virtual cheese tasting, Linda arranged scavenge hunts, and we had many virtual catch-ups. Many virtual catch-ups. Some of us took up new hobbies, and some started new business opportunities with Presols, Congratulations, and Ann Summer. And our first Sloan babies also arrived. We welcomed Noah and Avier to our family. Congratulations, Anil and Tribesh. Thankfully, the lockdown was lifted and we had the much-awaited break and reopening of London and the UK. It did not take long before Sloan started roaming the island and the wider continent again, with Hero visiting almost a dozen countries. The runners started running together, golfers golfed together, tennis players were grand slamming, and we all expected a reunion at our Windsor office. We explored the London countryside, bluebells, Stonehenge, horse riding, hiking, British beaches, and some fantastic and rare UK sunny weather. Everyone managed to fit into a few weeks what we had missed over the past several months. Sadly, we also lost a few of our cohort who had to change their plans, but Ali, Ranjana, Ted and Fung will always remain part of our Sloan 2020 class. Finally, the much-anticipated moment arrived in September, and Sloans were back in classes again on campus. Some found ways to express their creativity in new ways with masks. And whilst we missed those who were unable to make it back to the UK, the hybrid format meant we could continue to all learn together and build stronger and longer-lasting bonds as a cohort. We were treated to a series of masterclasses, from pricing strategy to judgment, to strategic innovation in the times of COVID, to marketing, and to try to help us to pay our school fees, we were even treated to a distressed debt investing class. We are really also thankful to the PO and the faculty who helped us spend this time together back at LBS. We finished our final core classes and continued to make the most of our Sloan year in the UK, with social catch-up scheduled wherever possible. So, what is next for us? We're all eager to use this experience to take on new roles and challenges. Marcel has already started our Sloan legacy in Nigeria with our sponsorship of the local school. Some are already on track to be millionaires with new startups with Arun in the accelerator, and many of us wish to drive social and environmental impact going forward. Some of us may not be quite ready to leave yet. But this is only the start, and we cannot wait to see where we all end up. As our last core lecture ended, in the words of Donald, let's build our legacy and define our impact.